Just made reference to our wonderful sponsors in Thomas Foods International. When we talked about running this big competition and how we wanted to grow it and continue to grow it as a division, and with the opening of the new processing plant in the Murray-Lambs, I think it was just wonderful. And from their first meeting with Thomas Foods, they could not have been happy to come on board. This is a company, a very proud South Australian company, was established in 1988. It always had a wonderful commitment to consistently provide high quality products both in Australia and now globally. And they're now one of Australia's largest family companies. And it's just so wonderful to get them on board. I think it'll bring the best for the exhibitors, the best for the committee members, all wonderful. So please put your hands together for this wonderful company, Thomas Foods.
Hear me now? Okay, so the head is domestic class now, so the same principles, the same analysation from the judge standing behind your cattle. Look straight down those expensive cuts of beef, which is a prime. Butcher shop, you ask for a Scotch fillet or a T-bone or a rump steak. It's all high up in the carcass of the animal. It's only quite a small portion of the animal, but it's the most expensive cuts. Right, so just to talk on this fella, this is the starting, the right hitting straps down, you see that hand really popped and ballooned, calf that's got a lot of expression, a muscle big, a top on it, huge top, just covered up in time, not going to have excellent eight on the P8, you'll definitely have it on the rib. Go forward, please, the rib steer. The grey fella, sitting on that side of the stand, this is a good indication of fat cover. It's not everything, but it's a good indication. I just spoke before the owner. The laboratory where an animal is measured is at the P8. So that's what always put my hand on the P8 first. I'm just going to give away some line muscle. Probably just got a lumpy on his top. We'll have the spec though. Shorty steer here, probably a lax expression of muscle, but really good through his hip and chin. Good. A pretty good spring of vision. It's probably lighter on his spec, which does indicate he will have eye muscle. Just on that minimum end of that specification. Just leave you there, that's probably not a bad steer. This fella here says we lacking the expression, lacking that thigh, lacking the pants that we need for a carcass animal. He has a cover, that's a good indication he'll have it. He's going to lack the muscle. Steer here, everybody. As you can see, the indicators are indicating the bone there that he's going to have 10, 12 mil, 10, 11 mil on him as he goes halfway to Glen Elk back. I'll go to the Hereford, eh? Oh no, I'll go to this fella. Right now, the grey, going to lack that spine, really like his indicators of fat. He feels pretty nicely in through his P8. Just going to lack that grunt that I require. would like to talk about this red steer. I don't mind him at all. He's going to lack the actual expression of muscle. He's nice and soft. He's going to be nice and soft on his ribs. I like him. Go forward. Thanks on him. Fella there, just talking about base. Just see the way that steer stands naturally. Like them to stand as wide as they can. Those two steers stand fairly close together. Right, Hereford steer, don't mind that top. I like where he comes off the top, right on his chine and runs right down into the primals. Nice and covered, nice and even in his cover. That's a pretty good steer. Go forward. Remembering with these steers to hit that middle of specification. Centre steer, not a bad steer either. I don't mind that shape about him. Good hit the pin. A steer that probably could strengthen that spine, but he definitely has a springer ribbing. Stands a little bit narrow, which is an indicator, but has the softness. Not a bad little steer. Can stay there for now. Steer probably, you'd see his hair tight, hasn't quite hit the end of his specification, probably need a little bit more time. Stands a bit like I do on a Friday night. Black steer, huge eye muscle. I haven't even seen the card, massive eye muscle. I use as an indicator on the 12th, you always start a rib count from the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 12 there. Put your hand there, that's a huge eye muscle, massive. So eye muscle on a stake like that. So necessarily don't need them that big, but he'll score maximum points for that eye muscle. Back cover, he needs 8 millimetres. Third sacral vertebrae, 1, 2, 3, straight in there. He actually has got fat cover. Enough on his rib, and that seam that I talk about is there, but you would expect it because there's so much muscle. Go forward. A little bit flat there. Just hasn't quite filled out expression of muscle. Indicators aren't jumping out at me, right? Like that steer there. So just a little bit backwards in his preparation, enough over the rib, but needs more P8 and needs to spread out in the expression of muscle. Pretty good red steer here, nice indication of cover and not too soft to touch. Basically standing pretty well, so he goes forward too, please. Black steer, a bigger indication here of fat cover. Put your hand on the P8, he's got plenty. Not too bad over the ribs though. Would like filling up in that spine, just so the arc of the eye muscle really hits the hand. You can see there's a bit of a gap there. Eye muscle will be his problem. He's got fat specs. What was his eye muscle, mate? 9. Yep, so you can steers like that will be way up the eating quality steer there though, will do really well. Right, Hereford fella. Nice indication of cover, nice and soft on your touch. As I said, come back to the 12th rib and it's all there. Probably going to lack expression of muscle. Steer there exactly the same, just like to put more shape in that silver side than the round and top side. And just put a little bit more carcass. Right, how we're travelling here now. What have we got out there? Time 5 out there. We'll take that Angus steer out as well, will you please? Just put him straight ahead there. Right, let's work on the cattle that are good enough to win this section. You can squeeze them up if you want, boys. What breed's that? Right. You're going to squeeze them up that way? Squeeze it up that way. That one, right? Okay, this proper heavy domestic steer. Early in the maturity pattern, a steer that's not going to get much bigger, but has got a nice set in his cannon bone. He's huge, hip to pin, massive hip to pin for quite a small carcass weight animal. You can see that eye muscle. Go to put an arc at the hand, you can see the eye muscle really hitting me up in the hand. So hips the eye muscle. He's going to have to take milk. He's not going to have any extra. But he will have it. He'll have it over the red. Like the cattle I've touched this morning, but definitely not enough over the red. Very good carcass. Right, so sort of getting towards the top end of a heavy domestic carcass animal, so an animal that's probably gone yielding already. Big indicator of fat cover, which just scares me a little bit for how much eye muscle in it. So if you get that much indication, is there a big eye muscle to hold it all out? But nice and shape fitting, pretty good over the top. That's a pretty good area of the steer. I tell you what, you start on the carcass side of it, it's light bone, that animal, so all the rest has to be carcass. Very light in his bone, really good expression. It's actually a V, muscle expression, nice cover, and a pretty nice eye muscle. Whether he's going to go with Euros, but as far as a British animal, a really good shape. This is a very heavy carcass, just a heavy carcass. There's no waste. You process this here and long, and there's just a massive carcass in it. So what was the live weight? 491. So big hip to pin, probably even an A minus on that steer for expression of muscle. Really good top, pretty soft a touch, a lot of that red steer up there. Good indication of fat cover, also nice big eye muscle. Very, very good carcass animal. Red steer, like that steer for cover, nice and soft over his 12 and 13 rib, pretty good on a P8, he's not overdone, so just a nice steer. Here probably not to see a bit more shape in that P8 area, just gets very flat and probably flat down off his spine. Right, let's get feeding. Take that red steer up and the black steer, and we'll analyse those two steers there. Hereford steer third. Right, the best of these red steers, two good red steers go up in front. Babies probably go up in that order. Ellie go in that order, please. Right, these two high yielding carcasses. Anyone's on this side of the stand, have a look at the stance on those heavy muscle, cattle, have a look at the base in them. Has to indicate eye muscle, has to. So like this is a pretty fair shootout for these two cattle. They're outstanding carcass cattle. You do have to touch them to appreciate muscle. If you touch on that, as I said, from the third sacral vertebrae, you touch that P8 of his hat, TFI over towards that the only spot that the Henderson probe or whatever probe, that's the only spot where they measure him. So that has to be the spot as a live judge that you touch. And then they measure them on the rib.
Oscar the Great T9. In second position, entrant 22, Phoebe Ekman with Aramar Tipper. In third position, exhibit 72, Purebred Agricultural High School with Purebred Trev. In fourth position, exhibit 42, L and M and Co. Blue Ellen, Gilando Tennessee Whiskey. And in fifth position, exhibit 44, L and M, Blue Ellen and Co. Gilando Ticking Time Bomb. Thanks, Tim. Congratulations.